Over the course of his career, Will Smith has become one of Hollywood's most bankable actors. Aside from his typical blockbuster action roles, he's also proven to have some pretty strong acting chops. In recent years, Smith has definitely had some missteps, from the confusingly bad After Earth to the even more so Collateral Beauty. That said, here are 10 reasons why you can never count Will Smith out. Number 10. Bad Boys. Before Michael Bay found himself directing shaky cam CGI fests, he created this thoroughly entertaining buddy comedy. Will Smith plays Michael Lowry, a Miami cop with a cocky persona superbly balanced by his co-star Martin Lawrence.
Now back up, put the gun down, and give me a pack of tropical fruit Bubblicious.
And some Skittles.
The two traded one-liners and banter that felt so natural you'd think they were improvised on the spot. Introducing himself to a much wider audience, Bad Boys opened the door to many more opportunities for Will in the following years. Number 9. Hancock. 2008's Hancock marks Smith's first superhero film. It's also arguably one of the worst films on this list, but that's certainly no fault of its star. Playing a depressed alcoholic with superpowers, the role was a bit of a change of pace for Will.
What, you want, a cookie? Down on my face.
Asshole.
What?
You heard me?
He perfectly captures the image of a superhero that can't quite cope with immortality and the implications of his superpowers. It was a fresh concept, but Hancock's biggest issues would come in a great jumbled third act, making a mess of what could have been a great addition to the superhero genre. Number 8. Enemy of the State. This one's not mentioned often, but it can be argued as one of the best films Will Smith has been part of. With a premise that seemed far-fetched upon release, watching it today it seems strangely prophetic. Tony Scott directed this spy film about corrupt politicians, NSA agents, and surveillance programs. Smith plays your everyday family man that gets caught in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I don't...
Who are you working for?
I'm not worried.
Is this about me? Am I a target here? Do they know me?
Who is that?
Do they know me?
I don't know what you're talking about!
Alongside industry vets, Jon Voight and Gene Hackman, he shined with a strong all-around performance showing off his versatility. Number 7. 7 Pounds. Panned by critics and audiences alike, 7 Pounds was an early box office failure for Smith. The reason why this one deserves a spot on this list is solely because of Smith's gut-wrenching and emotional performance of a tormented IRS agent seeking redemption.
Give me a number.
3? 5%? I know. I'm sorry. I wish the numbers were higher.
Thank you.
The film is melodramatic to a fault, and the ending is mawkish. That said, even if everything else disappoints, Will never turns in a poor effort. Number 6. Independence Day. Suicide Squad aside, this was Will Smith's highest-grossing film to date, pulling in over $306 million. It was the start of what would be a dominant reign at the box office. Ronald Emmerich's Independence Day brought a great balance to the blockbuster action genre. You had everything from drama to comedy and, of course, plenty of great action.
Welcome to Earth.
The role may not have called for a huge dramatic range, but Will pulled off the everyday man-turned-hero angle like only he could. It's definitely flawed and the CGI does not hold up to today's standards, but Independence Day is still a great popcorn flick, and that's largely thanks to Will Smith.
That's what I call a close encounter.
Number 5. Men in Black. 1 year later, Will Smith scored another huge sci-fi hit with Men in Black. The role allowed more room for his comedic sense to shine, and shine it does.
Sir, with honors. He's just really excited and he has no clue why we're here. That's very funny to me.
Will deftly portrays a character progressing from a streetwise New York City cop to an agent of a secret government agency tasked with policing extraterrestrial threats. With great characters that offset each other well, Smith shared excellent screen chemistry with his co-star, Tommy Lee Jones. Due to this pairing and an uncharacteristically smart script, Men in Black stands the test of time.
I make this look good.
Number 4, 6 Degrees of Separation. Even though 6 Degrees of Separation was one of Will's very first films, it's one of his finest dramatic performances. Riding high off his success with the series The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will wisely decided to take on a smaller independent drama film. It allowed him to change how he was perceived in the industry from your typical action star to being capable of much more.
Oh, this is a Kandinsky. A double, one painted on either side. May I see?
Yes, of course. Extraordinary.
In this film, Will portrays a con artist that shows up to the Manhattan home of a well-to-do couple, claiming to be the son of Sidney Poitier. Adapting a play into a film can be tricky, but this one mostly succeeds due to Will's assured performance. 3. I Am Legend. With its awful ending and laughable, terrible CGI, I Am Legend is deeply flawed. Despite this, Will turns in another exceptional performance that makes it worth the watch.
What the hell are you doing out here, Fred? What the hell are you? No! No! No!
His character, a scientist named Robert Neville, believes that he may be the sole survivor of a virus that has turned people into raging zombies. Part of what makes this particular performance so impressive is the fact that Will spends much of the film as the only actor on screen. Here, he's a one-man show, proving that he didn't need a co-star to help carry a film. Number 2, Ali. Much like Jamie Foxx's career-defining role as Ray Charles, 2001's Ali saw Will Smith facing the task of transforming into an iconic figure.
Pounds of what?
Pounds ugly. That man's so ugly, when he sweat, the sweat run backwards off his forehead just to stay away from his face.
It can be a tremendous challenge casting a popular star in a biopic for someone as legendary as Ali. The performance has to be good enough to make the audience forget about that actor's persona. That's exactly what Will pulled off, and in spectacular fashion. Though the film stumbles here and there, holding it all together was Will's confident performance that would earn him his first Oscar nomination.
And I ain't afraid to be what I want to be.
Number 1, The Pursuit of Happyness. Topping this list is Will Smith's 2006 portrayal of Chris Gardner in The Pursuit of Happyness. The story is about Gardner's transformation from a homeless father struggling to raise his son alone to a successful stockbroker.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. All right?
Despite a horrible and thankfully minimal performance from Thandie Newton, there's nothing but first-rate acting on display in this one. Although he wouldn't take home any statues that year, Will's vulnerable and authentic performance awarded him both Oscar and Golden Globe Best Actor nominations.
But I bet you what, I know how to find the answer, and I will find the answer.
That's it for our list. Do you agree with our picks? Do you think we missed anything? Feel free to let us know or post your own list in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe.